So everything seems to be going pretty good. I'm not quite sure how the audio works on this. I'm hoping. I've got it set up right. So that, oh, sorry, that went like way red. I'll try to cover my mouth next time. I'm still trying to get used to the audio setup and everything. I think I need to get a shock mount or something. Or put my microphone on a different location so that you don't hear me move my mouse all the time. But not like anyone's listening anyway, so paying attention, so we'll just go in here. I don't know. So far I like the course I'm working on. It seems to be doing okay. I'm new to this, so I still have quite a bit that I need to learn how to do. But hopefully I don't disappoint too much. This is not my very first course. I've created a couple holes in other courses that I deleted numerous times. This is going to be my first published golf course hole because I refuse to delete another one. And bear with me, I'm not the best in this game, although I have tried a new trick to hit the ball straight, but it's not going to work. It's straighter than I usually go with my old method, so this hole's gonna be real easy for anybody who plays the game on a regular basis, and probably for people who are just starting to. It's not that difficult of a hole, but this pin sucks. I know. I've gotta do something about that pin, but I just thought it looked cool there, so I put it there. And as I said, I'm just trying to play through a little bit. I only have really 2 holes done, and then I'm working on the other. Yeah, well, that was lousy. But I'm working on the other holes. Holes 1 and 2. I'm pretty satisfied with. I think they're okay. I don't think I need to do really anything else with them. I'm just, right now I'm trying to just move on to hole 2. So this is very short par 2 downhill. big drop. It would be nice if someone were online, they could tell me what it sounds like. I can only hear myself in the headphones. Let's see if I can get it to roll down. It's not rolling down. If you hit it right on there, it'll roll down that slope. Yeah, not even good within 10 feet when putting. But I don't make these for my enjoyment. Hopefully someone will play these, this course and others that I plan to make, and enjoy them. Not very good at bunkering or strategizing holes. I kind of try to build to what the land gives me and then what I envision from that, if that makes any sense. But I play with pro clubs, so that principal nose bunker right there will be easily clearable with master clubs. And then this green down here still needs a little bit of work. Pull it left a little bit. That's not the ideal position, obviously. I was hoping. I gotta work on chipping. Yeah, as you can see, that's not a good pin placement. Hopefully not. I was about to say, hopefully it'll go in. That way you won't have to live through me doing this. Nope. Because it comes right back down the hill. I don't even know why I started with the play testing in quotes. Get it closer, it'll go in. I guess I don't know. Let's get it in the hole. And move on. Now, I don't know if anybody's on tgctours.com and in the forums, but I have a work in progress thread under the designers / under construction, and I had asked for some advice on this hole, and I had this was all closed in with just ground. I think I had a couple of trees in there, and all of this was closed in as well. This was all covered. You couldn't see like anything from the tee, and it was basically, just up to here. The fairway that you see right now off to the left, it wasn't there at all. But it's supposed to be a drivable par 4, and it's definitely drivable. Problem is I struggle with angles. As you can see, I meant to make it bumpy. I really did. But I still struggle with getting the ground angled in. So this took me a while. And I know it still looks like crap, but the goal here is to get it to where if you aim over here, you can get down to, man, this camera sucks, to this area where there is a pin that sits here. I think it's pin 2. Pin 1 sits about right here. This is pin 3, and pin 4's back here. Yeah, I still have to fix the, don't worry, I'm not going to publish it with all this Skittles shit on the green. But I usually save finalizing. I'll save the finalizing the greens for right before I'm done, and I just keep it like this, or leave it like this for while I'm play testing and finishing up the course. We're going in the bunker on this one. I've got a lot of planting that I need to do, but I don't know if we're going to get that far in this, but my planting meter is suffering already because of hole 1. I don't know if you noticed the planting that I did on hole 1. That was me just trying to make it look pretty, not knowing really how much meter I was going to end up using. So hole 5, uphill par 3. Oh wow, that I didn't realize the pin was still all the way over there for pin 3. I've got to fix that definitely. But yeah, that's not a good pin placement. So it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if I'm going to clear this now. I'm going to go in the bunker. That's fine. I don't really have the proper clubs for when I'm setting up things to do. This is going to be difficult. This would be funny if I can make this in. Oh, I didn't adjust for okay. That's fine. We'll just suffer through this. It's me. It's just me right now, so it doesn't matter. Just get it up and on. And it's gonna go. I swear, and before I started adjusting the sculpting around this hole for other holes, this green was actually really nice. It was, believe me, please. I swear it is. Just I don't know why I'm even trying right Well, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm trying to get to curve and go in. Oh, almost. Okay. That's alright. We'll hit max eventually, and won't have to deal with this. Not on that shot. Oh, there we go. That was it. Front to back end. So, like I said, I've got planting and adjusting and everything to do on all the holes past hole 2. So, this is not a preview of a finished or close to finished course. We're actually getting ready to stop right here. The hole 6 is a par 5. You got to kind of go around a little bit. It's not perfectly designed yet. But yeah, for pro clubs, it's gonna kind of suck. But I'm still trying to figure out how to design for all 3 club sets. And it's not easy. So once I get a little bit further into this thing, we'll get that was close. We'll get some adjustments in. But I don't like the publishing because it's close and thinking it's good enough, but not for everything, and then republishing and republishing. I don't know how loud this is. Damn, that's loud. I don't know how loud I am either, so we'll see. I don't have any music playing or anything like that, so it should be alright. Sound wise. Ow. Sorry. Anyway, hole 7. There, I haven't. I just laid down the base fairway spline. I haven't gotten quite yet to setting it up, but that's the base of it, and that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Is I'm kind of through hole 6, and still have a bunch to do on 3, 4, 5, and 6. But fledgling designer. So what I'm actually thinking about doing here is going in and probably working a little more with 5 right now. I'm still shaping it. And just to kind of flatten this out a little bit, make it look smoother up to the green, and then maybe get the green shaped so it's not so disgusting. But I don't know, since no one's on, I'm just gonna go ahead and mute the mic and not babble to myself right now. And if I'll periodically look over to the chat and see if anyone's on, and if I see somebody, then I'll pop in and talk with them about whatever they want to talk about. So here we go. I'm sorry. I kind of saw something that I hadn't seen before, and I think I'm gonna go in a slightly different direction with hole 5. We'll see how it goes. Hey Ben. I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. I gotta get used to that. I have 2 monitors, and the one is like way right of me. I wish there was. I don't know if there is or not some sort of notification, like a ding or something in the headphones that would tell me that I've got a message. That would be good. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is I was going to shape and plant hole 5, but I just noticed that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the water from here that I noticed the blue right there was what showed up to me while I was moving around. I'm going to take the water from here and I'm going to extend it over into there and feed it down through here into this water, which is essentially what I've been doing over here as well with other water, to just kind of have that additional water feature. So basically, downloading. Yeah, the uphill par 3, definitely. The lighting I've got set. I like to set it high when I'm designing, just because it helps me see better. I don't know. And since I'm new to this, if you could at least, I don't know, tell me that if you can hear me clearly without having to like adjust your volume too much or anything like that, or if I'm too loud. That'd be helpful. I've got my voice in my headphones and I can hear like everything that I'm doing, but I don't know if that's what you guys can hear out there. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs. I just turned the volume down on the mic earlier because when I coughed, I saw it go all the way up to red, and I really don't want that to happen. So I've got a bunch of static on mine, huh? I wish I knew how to adjust stuff. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. I turned up the mic volume a little bit. Hopefully that's not too much. And if I turn the game down, it's just because I have the microphone on my desk, and I don't want to. Every time I move the mouse and everything like that, it's just I wish there was a better way for me to hear what's going on. But I think maybe not quite sure. Yeah, I'll click on that. I'll save. Let me see if I can do this. Is this quick thing? Oh, there's noise suppression. I didn't realize that. Can you do that live? filters. Says no filters applied, and noise suppression. Done. And what does it say? Did it bump it all the way up? So what, do I just bump it all the way up to make it sound better, or how high should I set it for? That's the question. I'm trying to read through this while I'm talking. Not worried about noise gate right now. Just get this for now. Does this work good now? Does it sound okay? And like if I tap on the desk and everything, it's and cough. It's not gonna. I mean, it's still gonna be. Okay, cool. That's good. So then I can go in here and I can. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I would think that you're not gonna be able to block out everything, but it's just I don't know, like the stuff of hearing me shuffling around and then also whenever I like sit down and pick up my vape and hit my vape and everything like that, that's gonna show up. Because I can hear it in my headphones, so I know it's not gonna be perfect, but at least it's not gonna be annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I try to do that all the time. But is it good enough now for me to at least continue, or should I adjust a little bit more? What do you think? All right, perfect. That's good enough. Is good enough for me. All right, so no, I just what I was saying is I saw this. I saw the blue line from the water body sitting here, and I was thinking, oh, I should cover that up. And then I saw this lake area here where I could extend the water body out, and then I can feed it down and just drop it down into here and just have an unnecessary flow of water going in front of this tee. And figured, okay, that could be cool. Just to, I don't know. It's right now I've got, I think the first 6 holes, which I haven't gotten to the seventh. The seventh kind of has, but what I'm getting at is the first hole is wet in the sense that there's water to the right and the left of it. It's not in play at all, by all means, on this hole. The second hole, it's wet because it's got water. You're carrying water. The third, also carrying across, and there's water on the right, the entire stretch of it. And then the fourth hole is also carry and water on the right. Then I figured, okay, here I can add a little bit of water, just keep it wet, so to speak. And the sixth, which I just started today, really. I mean, I've had these tees sitting here, and I had to adjust them and whatever, but I've had these tees sitting here forever. But I just started the sixth today, and I extended that water out there already and added that waterfall, for now. I need to pay attention to the chat better. I'm sorry. Okay, when you said extra or replacing, um, the waterfall, that's extra. I just added that today. Um, and the planting, not sure which you were referring to. Possibly this. Uh, no, it's not you not being clear. It's me not paying attention to chat, so I can't see when it comes up. I was, I'm too used to looking at my screen and not at the chat. Oh, no, the waterfall on 6, I'll probably make it thinner so that the water flow going over to 5 will make sense. You know, the planting on 1 is what's killing my meter. But that's fine. I spent like, I don't know, 5 6 days on hole 1, and I unplanted a lot of buried trees on 1. I've got, I don't, I don't think I'm going to be able to carry my planting from 1 over through the whole course, and I'm kind of worried about that um, inconsistency. But it's gonna have to be what it is. Yeah, and I'm adding. Waterfalls are a brute on the meter. You say that, and then we go here. I had a vision, and I'm suffering already. So that's just that's just what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna make this thinner. Just kind of tighten it in by about, I don't know. I don't even know how big it is right now. It's probably huge in perspective. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this down by about 15, by half, if not more, and then I'll add just a little trickle of a waterfall here, just so that the flow of water makes sense from that body, and then it'll fill into here, and then it'll just kind of slowly trickle fall off into what is the main lake area. I mean, if you want to talk water flow, this is water flow, and it's all coming from there. But no one's gonna look up here, so I didn't try to make. I thought about making this like huge, like fill up this entire area as like a reservoir or something, but it didn't make any sense to me to go and do that. Okay, I gotta read this now. Oh no, I hear that. With the planting, I've tried to kind of re-emulate it here using things that I've heard um, in other videos and whatnot. Doing stuff quickly, yeah, that would be good, and make up your mind because yeah, that's one of my problems. It's being indecisive. I do it at restaurants all the time, and my wife hates it with menus and stuff. I just can't figure out what I want. Um, yeah, and if you look, actually, that's my indecisiveness. If you look at the planting on one, and I'm backwards. If you look at the planting on one, I say I popped the reds. I like the red just because it looks nice to me. But so I threw reds throughout, and then I was like, oh well, that might not be it. But I think I did a decent job with spacing everything out over here in this left area, and then when I went right, look at what I did. I threw in blues and purples, and I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm, but then the purples there kind of for my dad. Um, Separate story. But if you look where to I did sparser planting, and this is where I started. I started thinking about the meter because it was already. If you look at where the name is in Shenandoah Falls, it was the meter after hole one, and it wasn't even completely planted at that point. It was already where like the F on Falls is. And I was like, oh shit. I've heard people talk about the meter. Yeah. Oh, I've done that. I've seen what the waterfalls do, which is why I was telling myself I was absolutely crazy for adding this one, and now I'm thinking I'm a complete idiot for adding another one here. So, and if you look, this is max trees. That's max trees. I haven't over here. I haven't deleted any any of the foliage, any of the trees. I think if once I get in there and I start adjusting the heights and the of the sculpting and everything, the only trees that I've removed is where the main the primary flow of the holes is supposed to go. But there's not a lot of trees. You look out here and that's pretty much what it looked like. Autumn doesn't give you a ton of trees. Oh well, if you look at the lighting, my the settings that I've decided on. Um, Let me go on my phone because I took a picture of the settings that I wanted. Um, but I've got to go in and set the weather. The haze is at max 2. The fog is at max 7. And the density is at max 7. Because the idea was to make it like a foggy morning. But then I went in and I did some tests in in game, and no matter what setting I set it on, even default, there was no fog or anything. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there, but the time, the orientation and inclination are I didn't change, but the time of day is 7:30. So that's this is the look. And let me get down to. I'm even lost right now. Where am I? Okay. So that's the look. It's dark. But it's supposed to be a. I woke up early in the morning and wanted to go play golf. This is the best tee time I could get. So here I am. It's. So if I go. Would you mind if I did a playthrough? I think I did one at the beginning of the stream, but I didn't have the lighting adjusted or anything like that. Are you cool with that? Okay, and then you'll see how, unless I'm lucky with my finger, um, you'll see how shitty I am at. And I don't know if you've ever done that on any of your holes, but did you see how the flyover did a whip around? I set the waypoints back, and then I'm kind of tweaking the waypoints on my holes just to get, like, I don't know, a slightly more dramatic effect. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't even pay attention to that. So, yeah, just fair warning, the greens on 1 and 2 are done-ish. But the rest of the greens are, like, not good. They need work. And I use pro clubs, so don't be embarrassed to watch. I found this new swing method. I used to do, like, I don't know, they call it the nipple pinch or whatever, where you squeeze with your index finger and your thumb. And I got okay results with that. But what I changed to is slightly different, where it's just my middle finger, and I use my fingernail at the top of the stick and pull it back, and then I don't want to say flick because I'm not flicking it, but I flick it forward. Well, that I had a lag on that, but so I've actually been playing better using this method. And you see that, like, the starburst there, the starburst effect. That's kind of what I was going for. Then I'll go back to the nipple pinch for my putting. But I liked the golden hour lighting, and it works pretty much as far as I've gotten. It works pretty much throughout the course. It throws shadows in nice places, and it shows you the contours of everything, and that starburst effect just looks really nice, in my opinion. But so yeah, holes 1 and 2 are kind of done. I don't know why I put a backstop on 2. I'm actually thinking about flattening it out just to, I don't know, save this shot. it's still, it's the two's got some adjusting to do. Yeah, no, and I've started looking at the other holes from a different perspective, from a planting perspective. Like, don't. I'm sorry, I'm clearing my throat a lot. Um, so I'm trying not to delete trees as much, and only deleting like bushes and trees when I have to. But that all kind of started when I started throwing waterfalls down. Ah, see, there I go pulling it. I really like the look of um the sunlight coming in like that. I know I'm pulling it left. That's good, especially for this green, because this green is broken. You see down there to the left, it just it falls down. And if you're on, I think I'm on pin 1 right now, but if you're on pin 3, it's broken. So 4, I don't know if you looked at my whip thread recently, but there's kind of a before and after. If you go in and look, that this hole looked, I don't want to say completely different, but it looked a lot different. And this is with master clubs with the right wind, everyone's gonna love this hole. Master or pro clubs, but if you look, it shows you 2 wood right off the bat, but this whole set of fairway back here is unnecessary. Um, Mayday wanted me to add it just in case it could be necessary. I basically had it to where the fairway was to the right of the marker, and that was it. So everything there. That bunker wasn't there. There was a bunker over here where the planting is, and there was no bunker in the fairway. Now, I've got a problem that I need to work out with the bunker in this fairway because I know that looks like crap, but for some reason I can't. I had put a spline around that bunker, and then I was going to fairway brush the fairway. And right when I got up about right here in the center of the screen, and then over here in the center of the screen, it stopped. It won't let me. I can't put down fairway brush. So, but the idea is I still have to work on the angling of this side because there's a pin up here. But it'll get you down, right now it'll get you down about right here. But if you hit it right over here, it'll take you down onto the green, which was God, I'm sorry. This will take you down to the hole.
You have to encircle it with rough?
Yeah, I put a okay. I had seen others. They spline the outside of the fairway. They don't fill it. Then they spline the outside of the bunker, and they don't fill it. And that's exactly what I did on 3, and it worked with the principal nose, principal nose bunker that I put out there. It worked just fine, and I brushed the fairway and it worked just fine. Now, Jeremy said something yesterday. I think it was on his stream or G Dog stream. I'm not sure. I think it was his stream that I'd need to use a red brush to raise the ground because for some reason the designer thinks that I'm at water level. But I tried that, and I even saved it beforehand and raised it up like 50 feet with the red brush, and it still wouldn't let me put down fairway a fairway brush. So I just went ahead and filled in the fairway because I have to have that bunker right there. That bunker has to be there, otherwise it's too damn simple on this hole. Yeah, I've never used a red brush until yesterday. Because Andre said, just don't use the red brush. I wish there was a better explanation, and I think the red brushes have something to do with like the base level of land or the water level or something like that, but I still don't get it. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But the idea here, the reason the trees are here, because going over those where those trees are with master clubs, it'll just make it too damn easy. The right wind with master clubs, you'll be able to go over this little bit. Why is this not working? Okay, hang on. It'll go over this little bit right there, and you'll with the right wind, you'll be okay. But I put those trees there to kind of block master clubs. But pro clubs here work in the designer, and it worked okay. But the other one, testing it, I had freaking 12-mile-an-hour tailwind. It worked just dandy with pro clubs there. But you see, going down, and I put the bumps in there to make it a little erratic, so you don't get a perfect flow. Because I got 2 aces on this hole, the way it was before, and I was like, yeah, I can't leave that there. But then I started having it roll off, and that's why I went ahead and added this fairway area, which there was a fairway area here before, but I raised it up a little bit. There's a little bit of a drop off there, but I did that on purpose. But I raised it up a little bit to give you a slight backstop on the green, just in case. And obviously there's some adjusting that I need to do there, but it works. And I suck at this game, so this is gonna be so bad. Yeah. But
Okay.
it's got to be way early for you, man. So, let me go ahead and what I'm going to do, I'll rewind some of these shots. My God, I need something. Okay. I mean, even going here gives you a decent. Up here, you'll have kind of a shitty lie, but you'll have to like max loft everything because from there the distance is just horrid. So this could turn into a really difficult hole, or it could be an easy eagle, depending. You know, you get the right wind, you get the right shot, the right landing, that's going in the bunker. You get the right wind, right shot, right angle, and it could be an easy eagle. But it could very easily give you a bogey. Didn't clear it, and oh, almost. That was designed to do that. Yeah, I use the shot preview. When I get more into more in-depth playtesting, I'll be using that a lot. I've seen you use it a ton, and I pay attention. So I see what works, I hear what works, and I use those things that I see and hear to help me. I've spent, God, already hundreds of hours watching videos and learning. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that was really close to the mic because I was leaning forward. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can, because I want to get as good at this as quickly as I can. Because my goal, like I said, I've said numerous times, is to enter the rookie competition next year. But yeah, this course is obviously not going to be. I want to have 2 or 3 submissions. Oh, that's not good. No, I've heard that you can have 1 or 2 on tour and still join a rookie comp. But I mean, if it turns out that it won't work, that I can't join the rookie, and this gets on tour, I'll be happy with this being on tour, and then I'll enter a different competition. That's fine. Okay, you don't consider me a rookie, I won't consider myself a rookie. But I haven't published a single course yet, so I'm gonna, oh my God, look at, that's something that I gotta fix. I've gotta figure out how to fill in the ground effectively under a waterfall. because if you look here, it looks all good, but then you can see through that waterfall. And I know, yeah, okay, I bring it closer to the water body, it'll fill it in. So maybe I just need to extend the water body out a little bit and bring the waterfall in. That should do it, probably. But that flyover looked like crap. So a dream team. So it's World Cup, then Masters, then Dream Team, then Rookie. I have to look at the schedule again, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Oh, CC then Rookie, yeah. So then I could do, if I get published on tour and I'm not considered a rookie any longer, then I could then enter Dream Team and CC. For example, I set this path up on purpose with the trees, just because for pros it's not perfect, but get you through and closer. But the idea, I don't know why, with a 582 yard par 5, but the idea that you got a bailout area here, but then you've also got it's H. Yeah. Got the option and I didn't hit it right. Oh, so Dream Team is actually a team thing where it's not, there's no individualism. Oh. So CC, you've got limitations. You can't. Okay. That's gonna carry way over. Yeah. I like the way this green is set, especially for the pins that I put on it. Oh, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be trying to do anything crazy. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to not publish and then not be considered a rookie. So I can't logically think that just because you publish a course that's good enough for tour, not saying that this one is, but just because you publish a course that's good enough for tour and it gets put on the tour, that you can no longer be considered a rookie. That, to me, to all designers, seems unfair. But okay, for hole 7, I just put the spline down. I haven't done anything yet. But one of the things that I'm really excited about hole 7 is that you get a full view of the waterfalls. You get a view of the waterfalls on 5 on the flyover, and if you get the right angle for your putt. 6, you'll get it on the flyover at the very beginning, but it makes it a very long flyover, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. 7, you see it here. 8, you'll see it off to your left. And then the whole idea is that 9, you're coming up to the halfway house to the waterfalls. I gotta clear my throat like really hard right now, so I'm gonna mute this. Okay. For the Dream Team, I remember watching the award show, I guess, for the Dream Team, and yeah, so everybody makes their own course, and then the courses as a team are put up against the courses of the other team. But like in the World Cup of Design, everyone says you're not allowed to take advice in like the chats and things like that. Like if I were in World Cup of Design right now, I couldn't send my course to you for you to look at it and then play it through and then give me ideas and stuff, because that would be cheating and unfair. It makes sense. But in Dream Team, I could do that. If we were on the same team in Dream Team, I could send you this course and be like, "Hey, what do you think?" Right? Oh wait, was that you on the Dream Team episode? I completely. It's been a while since I watched it, so I don't remember. Oh, okay. Okay, so no sharing of files, but um, discussions back and forth, and also open chatting on a stream is allowable because you're on the same team. That makes sense. Okay, because if yeah, I can see that, because if I sent you my file, then you could very easily, if file sharing was allowed, then you could very easily go in and make tweaks and touch ups and everything like that. Send it back to me. I could use that, and no one would be the wiser. So yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense. Why that wouldn't be allowed? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, because broadcasting was that was Eric, and I completely forgot who else. Eric and somebody. Yeah, it was. It was Eric and Jeff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then I watched the Wheel of Disfortune for the World Cup as well. But yeah. So uh, I'm still very tentative about the shape of this fairway. It was kind of a rough idea. I based it on, like I said, my planting. I based it on the trees that exist still, so that it's not going to be that thin there, obviously. I'll definitely flatten this out and widen it somewhat, but I'll flatten this out so it doesn't like feed straight down into the water. Obviously, um, there's a lot of flattening to do there, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I've still got a ton of work to do on this course, and planting is going to be hell. But I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. Just the last couple of days, I should have so much more done. But the last few days, I've just been just burnout. Like I don't want to look at this anymore. But I'm working through it simply because I'm determined to get this course completed.
Hey, Doubtful, I know your actual name, but I
Can't remember it off the top of my head. Thank you for popping in. Robin? No, it's not. Once I hear it, I'll know it. I'm lousy with names, but if I know a name and forget it and someone says the right name, then I know it's right. Ah, yes. But I don't know very much about. I know that there are a few, and wasn't there recently a wasn't there a mini golf course? Mine's Mike. Um, my name is Mike, and I'm new. May have seen my name, but don't worry if you don't remember it. uh, didn't there is a mini golf course? No. What was it? A mini golf? I played. It's doubtful something, and I know it was yours. I can't remember. It wasn't mini. It wasn't. It wasn't a mini golf. It was something. It was just recently. Did I seriously get kicked out of a Jib Jab video? I don't think I did. That didn't happen. I love Jim's videos. I watch them all the time. I'm a subscriber. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, tighten that up. I don't think I got kicked out. I really don't think I got kicked out. Doubtful Hills. Oh, if it was on Euro, I definitely didn't play it. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm curious about. I've seen a couple of people go in and on their streams and they've played like a PGA round, and I think it was Seamount. He played a PGA round and he played a Corn Ferry round, and I'm like, can you do that? Oh yeah. I didn't like jump in because he was playing. I just happened to be playing because Chantres had published, and I'm always trying to pay attention to the videos and everything when they come out, especially when I think I played Ben. I think I played your course first. I think I played it all the way through first, and I think I actually played Jeremy's all the way first. Not that that's a big deal, but it's just that I'm on like a lot and pay attention to what's going on. Yes, I think it was Doubtful Adventure Mania. I think that's what it was. And I mean, because I'm such a lousy player, no one ever notices my name outside of the very small group of friends that I've found thus far through the design group. I've got to thin this out. Do this. mix in. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Oh, you recommend? I wish I had a pen available, but I go in and I've still got a ton. I go into the game and I look. I go to my friends' courses and my friends' played courses, and any courses on that list that I haven't played yet or that I want to play again, I play those. I do plan on getting some sort of organized way of doing that. I'll also go on to the TGC tours and I'll look at the designer lists and play through the names that I recognize and the courses that I recognize or those that are highly rated. But let me see if I get. It's anything doubtful, right? So doubtful hills, but doubtful anything really. So I was here, and there you go. Yeah, that's so I put doubtful asterisk. So I think that'll find me the majority, if not all. So find the right way to tighten this up now. Back up now. Well, I could. Like. Nope. Nope. What are we doing? I need a different rock. Going back to Old Faithful. Let's get it out. Oh man. That could be good. No, Kamari is fantastic. I absolutely, and because I found this new swing technique, revolutionary swing technique, I actually played a lot better than I did on. Oh, I'll put it there for now. I can still use that. Because yeah, I played it a lot better than I did Raven and La Bombia and Malibu and I shot a plus 11 on Malibu. So I've got to go back and I've got to replay um, all of the releases just to see if I can do better. I was shooting really well for me today. Um, it's it's by no means easy. Although, was it Spartan came in? Was it Spartan? I forget who it was. My memory sucks. Uh, Shot a 14 under. I'm like, what? Anytime I see anybody shoot a 9 under, 10 under, 12 under, 14 under, I'm like, how do you do that? I wish I could do that. Yeah, the surfacing and everything, that's my goal now. Just to get those done. Then I'll at least, yeah, it's definitely a milestone because then I feel personally I'll have a sense of accomplishment by doing that. I focus too much on the small stuff a lot of times. So wait, no, I've gotta fix this because this is just bad. Where's my water? I can't move it. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Right. About there. That didn't affect anything back here, did it? No, that should be alright. Did it? Oh yeah, of course it did. It just totally destroyed my rocks. Oh man. Well, this right here is a crowd for me. But that's not saying much. I can't thin it up too much. I could rotate it. Yeah, I'll just do the. I do it this way. Do my what the hell? Oh, thank you so much. I just got the notification in my ear. It's not a sound I hear very often, but thank you for following. I appreciate that. That looks like crap. Oh my god, 2 in a row. I feel so loved. I feel so lucky. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Rock loaf. Get this rock sucks. I should have picked a different rock. Maybe. Why is it still? Damn. Okay. Let me try this. It's the sun that's killing it. Oh wait, no. Damn it. I gotta fix that. Not so wide. It'll look better anyway. Sorry. I should have done that. That's one of the most annoying things when it does that. It rotates it around like that. Get it out. I don't want to go. God, I suck at this. Replace this so I'm not seeing double. And yep, that's what I wanted. Bring it in. Widen it out a little bit. There. Out. That could work, but I think I still need to. Oh, why does it rotate like that? God damn it. Damn, no. I've got to. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Ben, I'm sorry if I missed you. If you're still here, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all of the advice and everything. And Griff, where I'm at, it's 4:33 a.m. I'm just trying to get that right look. Make it wider. Rotate it that way. Out a little bit. Yeah. This is, what is that? Oh, it's a reflection. Yeah, I think that'll work. I mean, it's just a side waterfall. There's nothing crazy special about it. No, going to bed at 3:33. That's a night owl. I'm still up, but that's alright. I'm on vacation, so I'm typically a night owl as well, but usually not this late. I just slept a lot yesterday. Now I'm trying to get caught up. And gotta make, yeah, gotta make that look a little more. Make that a little wider. So now, let's add the water over here. It's supposed to be, where are we? It's there. This shouldn't be hard at all. From there. Oh no, I haven't published anything yet, unfortunately. I just got into the game. I got the game in August. Played it for a little while, not really, and then a little more in September and whatnot. Got into the designer in October, and I started 12 courses and deleted each and every one of them, and then I started this one and decided, okay, I'm going to actually finish a course. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm between holes 1 and 6 and still have a long ways to go. But I would probably be a lot further if I hadn't done all of this back here for the halfway house. That takes you, you only see it on like, I don't know, 5 or 6 holes. It's from 9 up, and then from 10 back. This took me into burnout mode because I'm not very good at the designer, and I tried to do my best on it. I think it looks pretty good. I like it. I like the way it looks. There's still, a bunch for me to do around the halfway house, a little bit of, touch-ups here and there, and I've still got to finish the 9th hole, but I like the way it looks. And I just started hole 6 today. Forgive the lighting. This is actually what I decided is going to be the final lighting. When I design, I typically use midday sun, but so I just threw this waterfall in today. This water here. Just because I was thinking bunkers here, and then I thought, oh, I've got all this water back here, so let me go ahead and try this out and see how that works. And it works out pretty good. I'm going to put, there's supposed to be a long bunker, long snaky bunker here. And then I've got to fix that ugliness right there. And touch-ups, but you can see my meter, with what little I've done so far, my meter's already pretty freaking high. And I'm gonna have a big struggle when it comes planting time. But I think actually, because it works, because you got the view on 7 coming up. You can see it. So it's not, I mean, you get the view from, let me see, where are you? There's the view from 5 when you do the flyover on 5, when it comes up, you can see it. When you're putting on 5, if you get the right angle on your putt, you can see it. I'm setting up the waypoint on 6 as a little reminder of what you just saw. It'll spin around, show the, and I'm not very good with the camera either, so it'll spin around, show the waterfalls and everything, and then come back for 6. You'll play 6, go around. Man, I suck at this camera. Then you'll play 7, you'll come up, and you'll see it again. From 7, you'll go up to 8. You'll be able to see it essentially. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll be able to see it essentially from the tee box and all along the hole at 8 until you turn to go uphill to 9. 9, you'll play directly into it. And then 10, it'll be behind you. So hopefully from your tee shot, it'll flip back. It'll show it one last time as a goodbye. Go uphill. But then for planting, I won't have too crazy much to do because it's just the back 9 is not going to be all that pretty. It's going to be trees. There's going to be some planting, obviously. The majority of it will be saved for 17 and 18, most likely more on 18, but you know, it's more just uphill, downhill for the most part on the back 9. So 13, 14 is uphill, and then 15 is down, 16 is down, big time. 17 is up a little, and then 18 will be back down into an island-ish green. There's clubhouse, and there's also driving range, putting green area here. I don't know if you can see it very well because of the light, but yeah. So that's there's a ton of planting on the front 9 because it's mostly along water, so it takes out a lot of trees. So I have to put, and I still have a ton of planting to do on 3. I've done some planting on 4. 5 will get some planting. 6 won't get that much planting, except maybe up around here on the back end by the green. And then 7's pretty good because I'm using the default trees. The 7's pretty good, and then 8 might get a little extra because this water that's here is actually going to drop down to here as well. So that's another waterfall. And it'll probably be a stepped affair like this here. Similar to that, but not quite as many tiers because it doesn't have to drop as far. It's only got to go that far, so maybe 2, maybe 3 tiers, probably only 2 because I can't do that many waterfalls. I might limit it to just 1, but the idea is that this whole area here is going to fill in, but might not. That's going away. I mean, obviously, there's some is going away, but it's supposed to feed out to the main the primary lake area. So it all feeds out into the lake. And right now, that's what I'm working on here for a part of it. It's going to come out of here. It's going to go down in front of the tee box of 5 and come down into here. So I'm planning on possibly having it feed down from 8 as a diagonal hazard on 7 down into here as a kind of stream. The waypoint on 4 is in the water. It shouldn't be. No, the waypoint on 4 is up here in the safe zone. 4 is a short par 4 drivable. It's heroic drive across, then onto a downhill slope onto the green. Now the waypoint on 18 is in the water because I haven't built the island yet for it, but it'll be out there. There will be an island here. It'll feed in here with a path to walk up to the clubhouse area. But no, 4 I've been working on for like the last couple of days. It used to look completely different. It was the same concept, but wasn't as I don't know, effective or efficient of a design. I had things in the wrong place. Oh, the waypoint on 4 out in, okay, that's for the flyover. That's specifically for the flyover, because typically the waypoint would be up with the tee boxes. So if you go and you play, you get the flyover. The flyover starts there. So what I did is I did it on a couple of holes. If you go in and you move the waypoint back some, you can move it. I mean, you can move the waypoint anywhere you want, but that's where your flyover starts. So now, if I go in and I play test, the camera shoots out backwards and then comes back around instead of just starting up at the tee. So I kind of discovered that when I first did the first hole, because I had shoved the waypoint out in the back because it kept interfering with the tee. And then I went and did a playthrough, and I was like, "Whoa, I've never seen that before." And then I figured out that that's why that's how that happened. So I put it out there just because it kind of dramatizes the flyover, gives you a little bit more of a look at things. And if I hit it right, it should go on the green. Yeah, I went too far. There's a actual perfect spot to hit that section that will take it down and put it like within 3 feet of the hole. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I saved was, so I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, you can do it with all of them. I've adjusted the midway point so that it doesn't fly through trees. I've adjusted the because you get three waypoints. You get the T waypoint, the midway point, and the green waypoint. And I've adjusted the green waypoint as well, so that it will either stop short or it'll go out a little further, depending on whether or not there's something that I want to showcase, or if I'm just like, okay, you don't need to go all the way to the green necessarily, or just get it right in the middle so that it set right so that when it goes above, it'll show the entire green instead of just a section of it. But yeah, Ben just told me that apparently it's not an original idea. It's been done before. So not that I thought it was at all, but on Farwater, it was used as well for the flyovers and whatnot. But yeah, I think I've got an idea now what I'm gonna do here. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna match up because if I look at the ground, the land, I don't need to match up. I don't need to do a waterfall in. Luckily, so I can just add water. Hopefully it'll line up because it usually does. It doesn't. There we go. You get the same level as what's already there. And then I can just add the water. I'm gonna be able to go out that far. Not that far. No. I go that way. Stupid thing. Just feed it in, feed it over. Where are we? Yeah. I can raise up that land there. Or, yeah, it's higher, so I gotta raise that up. And here. Yeah. Just raise that up. That feeds over. So we're good. There. Now I'm gonna raise this up. God, I hate it when that happens. Just real quick. That's too damn high. Well, at least it accomplished. Oh, yeah, yeah, it was West. West did Farwater. Yeah. I don't know if it's like a standard practice of his. But yeah, Farwater, Ben pointed out that it was done on Farwater. Yeah, the World Cup competition is looking really tight so far. Everyone who's submitted so far, it's like every course is just wow. So that, I mean, that's the best part of the World Cup is that just everything that comes out is just so good. So I've been looking forward to every publish by everyone. It's just nuts. That's not right. Okay. And oh look, I just put a tree on a rock. That'll do for now. Well, I think that's set. So I should be able to feed that down into there. Yeah, no, man. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Um, I'll be around. I don't really have like a set schedule or anything like that, but I pop on from time to time, and yeah, for sure. See you around. Absolutely. Thanks so much. Take care. So I think like all total viewers, two wonderful viewers that I've had this evening, are both off now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a break real quick, and I'll mute this, and I'll be right back shortly. I do not have a be right back screen, so I apologize for the delay. I've got to remember to keep looking back at my chat. Still getting used to this. Hey Dave. Thank you. I'm sorry. I keep trying to point out to everybody that I don't see my chat very easily, but yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking it out, and thanks for checking out the whip. I really appreciate it. Um, I'm just, I don't know, up very late for me, and trying to use some of my time off to get this thing finished that I started. Hopefully, I'll be able to. I'm I had said that my goal was to get it posted before New Year's, but I don't see that happening. I just hope that I can get the majority of it done during my Christmas New Year's vacation time. But yeah, I'm glad you like it, and I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much. It's definitely time consuming. I I knew that it was going to be time consuming when I first started doing this. All the other designers' streams and videos that I've watched and the other threads that I've read, and everybody has clearly stated that if you want to do a quality course, that you definitely have to um, spend quite a bit of time in the designer. So they say, a lot of people say that you're looking at upwards of 100 hours, if not more than that. I don't know what I'm at right now. I'm probably in just this course alone. I'm probably already at like 150, 180. But luckily for my own sanity, I haven't kept track myself of how long I've been doing this. Much much better designers than me will not need near as long as I do, but a lot of what I've done so far on this course was learning and implementing the strategies that I've seen on other designers' courses, so that I guess so that I don't embarrass myself. Really, I'm glad you like the way it's looking. Uh, I should have extended that out a little further than I did, but I can always do that after. I can just feed this up into here. I'm sorry, I talk out loud when I'm thinking. So, if I did that. I wish there was a better way, like a better engine for the falls, so that it looked a little cleaner. I mean, I'm gonna plant some rocks. Plant rocks. I'm gonna put some rocks there. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a full believer in that. That there's always new things to learn, and in everything, every aspect of life, and that's one of the things that I strive for, is to always learn something new, and that's one of the reasons why I got into this, is because I know nothing about golf course architecture. I know nothing about golf course design. I know extremely little about golf itself. But I enjoy the game. I enjoy playing golf, and I think that the courses are beautiful. I got an oi from Jeff. Oh my god. The man who never sleeps. Morning, G Dog. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I've been fledgling along for the last couple hours. Just figured no one was awake, no one was going to be on, so I'm always happy to see anybody who stops by. I really wish there was a better way to get the water to flow. I mean, I know that I can take the water body and make it flow. I'm going to do that later, but I guess that'll work for now. I got a bigger problem to worry about down here, because I'm going to have to why do I watch your streams? I watch your streams because they're freaking entertaining as hell, but also distracting. I should be spending more time with the designer, and you're definitely a welcome distraction. So I know you don't feel bad about distracting me, but it's just, yeah, I just needed to say I thoroughly enjoy this game and all of the aspects involved with it, but the best part, the absolute best part of this game is the community that has sprung up around it. Just amazing people in the game community and in the design community. Have made this I can't even begin to explain how appreciative I am of the game and the community, because it's given me a purpose. But we're not going to get into that this evening, or this morning, I should say. Holy shit, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's a good thing I don't have to wake up at 5:30. Which, no, I don't. I'm on vacation, and today's Saturday anyway, so we're all good. We're all good. But yeah, I was in a down slump the last few days with designing, because just like every way I looked at it, it wasn't looking the way I wanted it to. It wasn't working out the way that I wanted it to. But I don't know. Today I watched Adam's stream, Ariel Adam 68, I think. Watched his stream and just kind of bantered back and forth with him, and it got the juices flowing again, and I just kind of jumped in and decided, okay, I think it was 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, 2:45, 3 o'clock or whatever. I was like, okay, no one's going to be awake right now. I'll just go ahead and just jump on and stream. And then Ben popped on, and then Doubtful popped on, and it was like, oh my god, okay, I've actually got viewers. But I'm doing what I can do. Still trying to get this thing going. So, speaking of getting this thing going, I'm not very fast at doing anything, so I should not be putting this many high falls because my plant meter is already like at critical for the level that I'm at. If I was at like, if I had done like 15 holes already and my plant meter was here, I'd be like, no worries. If I was at like, you know, I don't know, 10 holes and my plant meter was already at this level, then I'd be like, okay, no big deal. But I haven't even really thoroughly completed 6 holes. So I'm kind of overdoing it here with the I don't need to go back that far, I don't think. I'm kind of over, yeah, I do. I'm overdoing it here with the waterfalls, I think. But I've committed to this. Why am I not getting any sun on this? This sucks. So hopefully, I'm just going to extend the water out further because the waterfall is just not getting any light on it at all. Extend that out. At least some. Yeah. And then water body. There we go. Water body, move. Alright. So we will auto. Right. There. I know nobody comes by my streams looking for entertainment. Nobody comes by my streams looking for anything, really. But oh, I've got to raise all of that land. Oh my god, look at that. That's why that looks like that. Damn. But if I can be the one to kill time for you, I'm perfectly happy to do so. What are we doing? What? It's too much. Do that. That's ugly as hell. And then we'll go in there. And drop. Damn, the waterfall just is not getting any light on it. I gotta stop trying to do big movements with these tools because that's one of my biggest problems. Okay, so now I should be able to bring that back out into not there. Aren't you shrinking? There you go. That should be alright. Nope. Who's that down there? Why do you do that? doubt. Use a big fucking rock. Oh, come on, controller. Cooperate. There's one. Oh, go away. Go away. Cooperate. He's not cooperating. There. Still got sculpting to do right here. Oh, man. Really? I forget about that every time. We're just gonna make it ugly first. And then... this whole streaming thing is 1,000,000% new to me. My kids have mentioned stuff about streaming. I didn't even know what Twitch was 2 weeks ago. Well, 2 months ago. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just an old fuddy-duddy. But I like this. I like the game. I like the designer. What happened to my water? Damn it. Now I gotta figure that out. I think I moved it and didn't extend it when I did that. It just advance, extend, and just, yeah, I can go that big. Come on. And then I'm gonna have to widen it too. What happens when I widen it? Does rocks still work? Yeah, it works. But it pulled it back into the shadows again. Would you stay out here, please? Oh. No, for me, I mean, with just the whole streaming video games thing, I used to complain to my kids all the time. Why are you watching someone else play a game? Either go play the game yourself or just go outside and play or read a book or whatever. And then they started explaining to me, showing me some of the other, I guess, less radical videos. I don't know. And then I saw that they were able to learn how to play the game from the people who were streaming. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like an instruction manual. You can watch someone else play, and you can learn how to better play the game. So it just then it clicked for me. It made sense. But I never saw any entertainment aspect from it until I got into this. Really, it's just sitting and watching. I mean, I went in and I watched Canucks YouTube videos and everything like that, and you know, just like pretty much everyone else has. And it looks like crap there. Does it look okay over here? I gotta check something. That should be better. Yeah, watching Canucks videos to learn how to do the designer. I never watched any videos on how to play the game. I read a lot of posts and whatnot, but no, I can see how Andre's videos would convince someone to buy the game. Definitely, I had already purchased the game for PS4 because I came across it on Amazon when I was looking for actual golf clubs, and I was like, oh, that looks like it could be fun. And my kids have a PS4, and I can actually play a video game that I haven't in decades. So I went ahead and bought it and started playing it and enjoyed the game and thought it was fun and everything like that. Didn't even pay attention to the fact that it had a designer or anything. And then went online and started trying to figure out how the hell do I straighten out my swing. And that's when the rabbit hole revealed itself. I went in and just deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and then came across YouTube videos, and then came across Canucks videos, watched Canucks videos. I was like, oh shit, this is where I need to be. This is the aspect of the game that I'm going to enjoy the most. And then it's just been a fantastic adventure since. I'm gonna save. Did I already save? I can't remember if I saved. But I need to save. I lost like 4 hours of work a few weeks back because I wasn't paying attention to my saving and went for a good 3.5, 4 hours straight. And lost everything. I had to go back and try to redo stuff, recreate stuff. That's not easy. I need. Oh yeah, definitely lesson learned. I I guess I still have the paranoia meter in my head to help me remember to. Man, that still looks like crap over there. To remember to save. So just like I'll get that feeling. Like I used to get the same feeling at work. Like I'd be working on something for a while in Excel or whatever, and think, oh, I haven't saved in a while. But then with the auto save that came in with what, like Office 2000 or something like that, you lose that little feeling in the back of your head. So you don't. It's not as prevalent to think, oh, I need to save here. It's been a while, because it just happens automatically. So I wasn't used to it. Well, now I've gotten it back, kind of like riding a bike. Oh man, that looks like crap right there. What is that? Why are? Oh, that's all the ground underneath the water. Man, that looks nasty. Ooh. I gotta figure out. Yeah. Yeah, that autosave feature was a godsend back in the day, but it turned into a definitely a major crutch that a lot of people have had come back and bite them in the ass. I'm thinking I gotta improve my falls. Select the balls, move, advanced edit. I extend that out. Definitely not that far. But then move it back. I wish there was a better way to do this. There probably is, and I just don't know it. So it's not quite as violent. I don't know. Let me try this, see what this makes it look like. Let me get into flow speed, just max it out. And then we want to go, where are we, east? We're kind of east to northeast, just barely northeast, a little bit. It makes it flow to the north. Oh, shit, there it is. Alright, does that... Is that even noticeable? Oh, God. What was this? 5. Why is that frozen? It's not changing. that water look like it's flowing to you? It doesn't. It doesn't really look like it's flowing. It'd be nice if you could add rapids or something. It just it doesn't. Get up there. Doesn't really. You have to work on that. Oh, there it is. All right, water body, flow. Where are we like? Where's southeast? Southeast, northeast. Right here. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Not like you can see it. Yeah, it doesn't look like the water's flowing at all. It's like ripples. It sucks. Like, I don't know. How many more fucking waterfalls can I add? That just looks wrong. Okay, I gotta clean that up. That's just ugly. I think that's alright. Get rid of that. It's not the way I want it to look, but okay. For now. Get away from there. Should have probably made the burn and the damn waterfalls 3 times as thin as I did. I'll probably go back in and shrink them down, but it just feels like when you're using that much meter, you want to get as much bang for the buck as you can. Get up there. Never mind. And there's a water hazard on this hole. Forgot about that. Okay. I just added a shit ton more water. And we're looking at there too. I don't think so. I think that's enough. It's gotta be enough. Feedback Just doesn't. Is the stream laggy at all? Can y'all hear me fine? At least. If you're still there. Why is there a puddle on that island? It doesn't matter. Not in play. Okay, good. That's. I'm just thinking. Definitely gotta do something about these holes. Because there's 12 more to do. Oh man, hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay. What I had before on 6 was almost completely different. There's 7. Where did 6 go? There it is. It was just flat, and it was going to go pretty much straight out here, straight through here, and straight to the pin. It was still a par 5, distance-wise, but I guess, decided to step up my game. I've still got to shape this fairway after adding the water. There was bunkers there before that made no sense, but made sense with the shaping of the fairway. But now it's this long little wormhole here is going to be bunkers, but now it's going to go up this way and come around and go up to the green. And that seemed more in tune with what everyone else seems to be doing, so that seems to be what golf course design is all about. You don't just, put up a hole and just make it straight to the pin. That's, tee, pin, tee, pin. No, you make it go around. But, so I saw that no bunker placement here was necessary because they don't really come in play. So I remembered that I've got all this water out here, and I'm gonna adjust that flow, I guess, a little bit so it's not quite as cheesy. But I remembered I had all this water here and decided, and I knew that I wanted the water to flow out to the main lake area. So I was like, okay, and just drop it down here and fill it in over here up to here. I'll probably bring the water around just a touch around there just to give it a place to stagnate. But I'm also debating whether or not I want the water to flow up, not up, but down through 7 as not really even a hazard, because to make it a hazard I'd have to flow it up this way, and I don't really want to dig up that much, but I'm still debating whether or not putting it as like a diagonal hazard, like here, going through and then down. But then for me that just doesn't make sense from a logic perspective. Like, why would a designer do that other than he needed to get the water down there and decided to add it as a diagonal hazard on a hole. It's like the water flow wasn't there naturally and he was working around it. It was added later. But I don't know. 7's still kind of in progress. I'm putting the bunker there, and then I'll have a bunker here, which makes no sense to put a bunker there because we're 400 yards. It won't be in play ever, so I probably won't put a bunker there. I might just bump up the ground there, have a mound to sort of work around and affect the angle of the ground. I mean, it's definitely not going to be affected like this, but give a reason for it to be sloped by having raised here, but the height will be, what are we looking at, right around the midpoint there. Be able to see all of the falls in the background. That's kind of the goal. Like aiming or directing the hole this way. And then, I mean, the back 9 is just a quandary. It's try to figure out what to do with all of those. They just go up and down and up and down and up and down the hill. It's, there's nothing fancy about the back 9 at all. It's actually kind of boring. So I'm hoping that I can find some inspiration on up and down holes to make the back 9 a little exciting. I mean, the 12th hole. The 12th hole's got a nice drop. I mean, it's what you're looking at. I was actually debating whether or not I should move it up higher, but right now as it sits, it's a 170 foot drop, 100-foot drop to the midpoint, to the waypoint, and so it'll probably go. Yeah, it'll probably go around this way and then around into here. Because I want to leave as many trees as possible because I have to save my meter. But then hole 16, I'm pretty sure it's 16. It's been so long since I was on the back nine. 16 drops even farther to the midpoint, 120. And it drops a total of almost 200 feet. Now, this is not Hallstatt. This is not an alpine course for the inspiration. it's you know, it's supposed to be set in, you know, northwestern Virginia and up in, you know, the Shenandoah Mountains and whatnot. It's not an Alps-esque course, but course. But yeah, so I mean, you've got your severe ups and your severe downs. I mean, you look at 12 going down to here, 13. 13's going to be a huge uphill for, what is it? It's par 4, right? It's it's par 4. It's only 358 yards, but it goes freaking 100 feet up. So, you know, it's a decent par 4 length, but it's uphill. So it's playing roughly what, almost 400, 390, 400. So it's technically a short par 4. And 17's not bad at all. 15's a par 3 uphill, kind of like 5. So what is that? That's 30 feet up. It's pretty much the same as 5, just longer. That is probably way too long for that height by any standard, because pro clubs 2 wood won't even reach it. So driver would be way too long, so everybody would hate that hole. So I'm definitely going to have to adjust the distance on that. But 14 also uphill. 54 up. Total actually only 48, so it'll go up and then back down. Probably not once I'm done sculpting everything. Lightning, what was that on 12? Do lightning on like a lightning shape on 12? Yeah, I can see that. So just your basic lightning shape. So switch back, and then there ish. And obviously you can't do those sharp of angles, but I get what you're saying. So more like double switchback like that. That's more of a doable lightning-y shape for 12. Yeah, I think there was one of those at Ravenna. It was similar to that downhill. Went around sharp. Had the optional cut. The lighting was hard for me to figure out on this one because originally when I started, I kind of started with hole one, and I had it set so that it was, you had this strong light coming in all dramatic like. And I was like, yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's good. But then once I got out to the rest of the course and realized there's like only like one other hole, 8, that goes in that direction. So the rest of the holes looked like shit. So I was trying to figure out how to get that same golden hour light feeling on all of the holes with the shadows and everything like that. And so I started messing around with it, trying to figure it out, and came upon this one. And I've got it set in this because I did a playthrough earlier for Ben, but I normally when I design, I've got everything set to clear and midday sun because it just makes it easier for me. It gets so frustrating for me sometimes that trying to see past the trees, I turn the trees off, and then trying to see through the shadows. It's hard enough seeing through the damn blue brush sometimes to realize what's going on. That those are the moments where I just have to turn it off. But I found that if I keep it at midday sun and no fog or anything, that I can see better at least what's going on with the land, and then I'll readjust the lighting for the hole to get the shadows and whatnot, just to make sure that the contouring and stuff is working. But this, I think, is going to be the final um, lighting, even though it leaves 6 in almost complete shadow until you get to the green, and there's other holes like 12 will be in shadow, 13 will have a bunch of shadows on it, but for the most part you get a nice soft light, and with the addition of the fog and the haze, it helps to keep the light spread out nice and golden all around. You don't get perfect lighting everywhere, but it still looks decent. And I kind of like the idea of, oh hey, the best tee time I could get at this great golf place was 7:30 in the morning, so I had to book an early tee time and show up, and this is what I got, and it's not too bad. So here's hoping everything works out fine. That 7's going to be in shadow too for the most part. But that's, I mean, that was actually my primary thought behind adding all of this with the waterfalls, was that the lighting was going to be so dull that I needed something of an eye candy type focus so that the course actually had some draw. Otherwise, it's going to be like, yeah, okay, who gives a shit about how the holes are and how they look and how they play? It's just, it looks like crap. So, I can't see anything, so I'm not going to play it. Yeah, the planting on one, that that took forever, and it took a lot of meter. I love the way that it looks. I think I think it turned out really well. Uh, if there was anything that I were to do different, I wouldn't have put the purple and blue flowers, because I didn't really or can't really put them anywhere else on the course. Simply because my meter's going to be suffering majorly. But like on 4, I went ahead and added some of the blue flowers in, and you can't really see them. That's one of the biggest problems, is that you can't see them unless you're like unless you're playing from like right here. You're not gonna see that blue flower. You're not gonna see those. So I've got them in there. They're part of the base theme, so they're gonna be they're gonna be added. But not gonna be as prevalent as in hole one. And hole one, I thought that I still had a bunch of trees planted underground, buried under here to get this brown, but they're not there anymore. I deleted them all. But I can't get that brown anywhere else. I've got it here. There's no trees buried there. It comes up here. And you see how it happens here. I think it has to do with the autumn theme. And when you get like a steep slope like this. So like if I were to have this bear right here, and I were to put a heavy rough brush over that, then it would be clean. It would be heavy rough brush clean. Like it would look like, well, better than this, because it wouldn't have all those little gray splotches and everything in there, but it would look better than that. But for some reason, all of this, now I do actually, I'm sorry, I'm lying. I do actually have buried trees. Those are buried birch trees that you see. The red that I've got in there. See, I didn't even think about that before I started speaking. The red that you see, there's no real way to get red going except for burying birch trees and maple trees. So that's where that came from. But then like here, there's nothing there. So I don't know. And then over here on 4, I've got buried birch trees. Back on the waterfalls, I used, this is pretty much all trees. So there's ash and birch and maple. There's the maples. And then there's birch closer to the water. I like the way the reds and the greens and the yellows and everything pop. That's why I chose autumn for my first course. And as you can see, I've still got all of this here to do. All of this, I've got to use rocks. So there's still a bunch that I need to do. All of this there. that's why the holes themselves, the holes themselves aren't going to have a ton of planting on them because of all of the extra um, additions that I've done with the halfway house and with you know the waterfalls and hole one. But hole one is hole one. I mean, hole one's got to look good. I've still got to finish up the clubhouse. I noticed later on after everything that I really have nowhere to put a parking area. So, because there's practice green there, there's the driving range over here, and then I've got hole 18. Which sucks because I've got it right up against the edge, and I didn't find out until it was too late, and I'm not going to change it now. I didn't find out till it was too late that you notice the color difference on these. So, like, if I go here and play test from there, you'll notice the transition between the plot itself and the what's outside of the plot. So you can see it right there, that gray muddled area off to the right. So that means on my 18th hole, where everything's supposed to look its best, I've got this shit. But hopefully the focus will be on the island green, which will be about right here where the marker is, and then more off in the direction of the clubhouse and the amenities. But there's unfortunately no way to move an entire course, so I was already committed. And there's some routing things that I've thought about changing. Like I could go 9 here and then cross over and go up with 10, right? And then play back this way. But that's also the edge. But I could play back this way for a couple of holes and then come back over and through to play down to have 18 end more where 16 ends over here, and then like have the clubhouse here. Then I could do a parking area and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, this is my first course. I have to get the damn thing out. So I'm not gonna be dicking around too much more with everything. There's gonna be plenty of them, but if there's rookie mistakes in it, there's rookie mistakes in it. You know, it is what it is. So that's just how it goes. But I don't know. I think it's turning out pretty good. I still have obviously a ton of work to do, but over the next couple weeks, month and a half or so, I should be able to refine everything enough to be able to release it. But I think for today and for tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. And just end this. Oh, hey, thank you very much for following. I don't stream very often now. I do plan on streaming more in the future, But yeah, thanks for following. At least you'll know when I'm on, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just sign off for now, and let you go on with your day. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you around. Thank you very much.